Hi, my beautiful friends. So, episode 2 of Raw and Real, you're with Danielle, and I am so excited to share with you the different life hacks that I have come across in my journey in order to, unlock abundance, basically. So, in my last video, in my first video, I was talking about the breath and how excited and I just came out of a breath work, in meditation. And why is that? Now, it's very helpful also if you have come from a situation where you feel down, where you feel heavy. Not that I want anybody to come from there, but that's where I came from. So the jolt from that negative feeling, even if I know how to shift my mindset, was catapulted tenfold, well, maybe 1,000-fold actually, by breathing. And I wasn't even doing intense breathing. All right, so what was I doing? I was doing alternate nostril breathing. Now, that is a very common breathing technology that was brought to us by the yogis. And as you very well know, the yogic traditions and the yogic sciences know how to regulate the body, the systems, how to manage difficulties. Now, they were living in very simple times, no hospitals. The only kind of doctors that were probably around with the first yogis were themselves. They had to treat themselves, or the village doctor, which wasn't really a doctor. It was probably somebody's mother that came across herbs and knew all of these things to treat, which is also just as healthy. But it wasn't like your science that we have today that we boast about, that there is a doctor that can prescribe something to you and give something to you. Now, that is very empowering because they were able to regulate their bodies with their breath. How exciting is that, to know that you have this technology available in your hands, in your body, without having to pay for anything? Yes, you can go to workshops. Yes, you can go to additional trainings. Yes, you can go to these things where these people on these levels of experimentation have come across systems that they can regulate your body, whether it's like doing breath work and jumping into the ice, and bringing your oxytocin, dopamine, all these levels, amino acids in your brain to a different heightened state so that you can release the stress that you have created in your life since you were probably a child or even before, because they do say that we have stresses in our bodies from what our mother was going through, from what our parents were going through, from that and that and that. So this is a technology, going back to the breath, is so exciting because you can take control of your life with just a simple act of placing your thumb on each of the nostril and your two pointy fingers here and breathing. So I'm just breathing lightly. I have my back straight. I'm breathing lightly, then I want to switch. So I'm breathing in, holding it, breathing out. Breathing in, holding it, breathing out the other nostril. So I would suggest doing this for as long as comfortable. If you can do 1 to 3 minutes to start off with, so that you feel that gentle pull. Don't force it, but feel the air going in and out. You are going to feel a shift, an amazing shift. I mean, look at me. I'm just like elated just by doing these things. I just feel that, it is so important to share these beautiful technologies and beautiful practices with everybody that comes across us so that we can give back. And I have been gifted this, and I have been able to test it a number of times. I do have a tendency to go into this fight or flight mode, which a lot of us do, especially if we're high functioning, high producing individuals. And then we have expectations of ourselves and the stress of the world, the external, internal, all of that. So when we can come back to our breath, we can come back to this moment, this peace, where our mind starts to chatter, and if we're able to go back to our breath, we can pull that out of our, knapsack with all our tools in there and use it. So guys, I am so happy to be able to share these hacks with you. For episode 3, when we're breathing, we tap into our creativity. So I have to admit, I am so much more creative today than I was the last couple of weeks, because I was just doing things on a mechanical way as opposed to remembering that I have these tools, that I have been trained this way, that I am a teacher of these things. So remembering that I do have that now brings me into the space that I can use it, and then it unlocks all this creative energy. And what happens when we have creative energy, guys? Oh my goodness, we are unstoppable. So next episode, I'm gonna talk to you about creativity and what it can do for you and for the world around you, because when you're creative, you're exciting and you're fun and you share, and it's just joyful. Okay, so I'll talk to you soon. If this video has helped you, please comment or let me know if there's anything else you want to know about, and I will be glad to talk about it if it is in my frame of knowledge. So sending you guys a lot of love and light. Mwah. I'm out.